Well, today I got to experience my very first deer hunt. Never been on a deer hunt before, never have been exposed to deer hunting. So I came out with Richie today to see what it was all about. So the very first deer that actually came up underneath us was a spike. And my heart began to pound a little bit, and I thought, oh wow, this is really going to be exciting. I'm really going to like this. He walked right up underneath us, and he kept looking off to the side a little bit, and I was thinking, you know, what's he looking at? What's going on here? Not understanding the outdoor world, and all of a sudden, this little buck came up beside us. And it was about a 6-pointer, and man, my heart was just pounding out of my chest. I got all excited. I was ready to hammer it. And Richie was like, you know, we don't need to do that. We just need to let this one go. He's gonna make an awesome buck one of these days. So we just need to let him walk. So we let him go, but man, how exciting that was just to have that deer come up underneath me and get that experience under my belt of a buck walking right by me.
Finally, after those deer had walked on off away from the acorns that we were under, we probably sat there an hour and hadn't seen nothing. And all of a sudden, I felt Sabrena tap my leg. And I told her, I said, look, if you see deer, don't look at me and say, hey, here comes a deer. Just tap my leg and maybe point, that way I know where they're at. So about an hour went out, she tapped my leg, and I just happened to look up and see 2 does, and they were easing up to the tree we were at. Very cautious. I knew they were older does. Man, they were cautious. They kept throwing their nose up. They were trying to smell us, trying to wind us. The wind was actually swirling, and that was one thing I was worried about, because you can't play the wind when it's like that. So we just had just a little bit of a swirl going on, and them does just knew there wasn't quite something right, and they just stood out there for what seemed to be for an hour, but ended up being about 10 minutes. They just stood in one spot just to try to figure out what in the world was going on here.
He's already let my buck walk by. So I'm ready to shoot something. This doe is here, and I'm thinking, I don't care if he likes it or not, I'm fixing to shoot this thing. Okay, so I'm following this doe. I'm right on it. And Richie had already told me, he said, you know, when you're on it, all you have to do is just tap the side of your bow. Just let me know that you're on it and you're ready to take it. So I started tapping the side of the bow to let him know I was ready.
She's dead. I just seen her drop.
Oh my God.
She's laying in the woods down there. I can see her dead.
Oh my God, my heart was beating out of my chest. I could hear my heart beating in my ears. Oh my gosh. Whew.
What do you think about your first deer hunt, huh?
Oh, this is awesome. I saw her coming up through there and my heart was just pounding out of my chest. I was afraid my heart was like beating in my ears. I was so excited. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, man, they stayed out there for a little while. I was scared.
I know.
They were
Yeah.
trying to wind us. We had the wind at our favor, but it started swirling there at the end. I was getting a little nervous.
Yeah.
You did a good job. First deer ever.
I know. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
So
a
excited.
lot of people try to kill their first deer with a gun, but you actually shot yours with a crossbow.
I know. I love it. I love the crossbow. It's my favorite.
Well, you did good. She got right there where you needed her.
She did. She came right on around, right in the sweet spot where I could get right to her, so it was pretty awesome.
I'm glad we picked that tree. Those acorns have been falling there, and them deer have been all over them acorns. So.
Yeah, she was.
All right, well, good deal. So I guess we need to go get the ranger so we can get in here and get her out, because I guarantee you're not going to drag that deer out.
No. No, I don't think so.
All right, babe, good shot.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Yay me!
Now we got to get you a big buck.
I know. That's next. That's number 2.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.